Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whoever you are and wherever you are. Well, today, it's the same day. Just gonna make another real short video for today, as today I have a little bit more time to go through my collection. So yeah, just thinking of talking about one of the comments about the Bank of Communications question in from one of the people who asked me about it. So one of the question is, one of the Bank of Communication note, like this one, which is the 10 if I think it is the 10 yuan banknotes, the train. Now this one, they are asking a question: why are there so many and why are they so different? Why are they have a stamp? What does that mean in the stamps? Well, the stamp, I don't literally understand what it means, but I can give you a rough guess what it stands for. Now, according to the PIC catalog, the World Paper Money's catalog book, according to this, there are actually quite a number of variety of variation of this note. So one great example I can show is from the details here in the web page. As you can see, which I normally use, is this web page, the banknote.ws collection, which kind of really completes all the catalogs. It's just that it needs a contribution from collectors. Provide some scan images. If you have those images, you can scan in. As you can see, there is so many variation, from variation A all the way to H, whether you can see. So like, I'll just read out. The A one is the 159A with serial number on the front and on the back. Okay, 159E has a matching serial number on the front and the back with the cancellation stamp. Okay, now I'll tell you, I have one of these kind of notes with me. They are like in good condition, but there is a reason why they cancel it. There's 159F with without serial number, and signature seals, and with the cancellation stamps. There's a mismatch serial number with cancellation stamps. Serial number on the front only, the back is empty, without serial number at the serial number and signature seal, blank note, mismatched serial numbers, which means serial numbers are different, and serial number on the back only. So there are quite a number of varieties on the variations. I only got 3 variations of it, so you can see there's a lot of other variations out there. So I'm just going to explain what I have in my possession so that I can actually explain. So the first one, the top one, is the general circulation, which is approved to be circulated into the public. So this is the one that is the common one that you see majority of those notes out there, where they are used, they are worn off and so forth. But luckily I got the one that is not used but kind of kept in a poor condition because the deterioration of the coloring, so they are not really pristine note. I'll show you that. This is a note that is supposed to look like. Okay, generally, as you can see, condition is not so well. There's pinkish here, there's some mold grow here, brownish here, and the corners. But the note itself is no fold, still in good condition. Colors are original, didn't fade. So yeah, as you can see, serial number match. Location of the serial number is the correct position. A line in the front, correct position. Everything's in good order. Hidden, the quality of the print is good. Okay, let's zoom in there. You can see that. Now I want to focus that. I don't know whether you can see it over here and here at my thumb. This is considered a micro print at that time. Chinese characters. I can't read it, so I'm not too sure what it is supposed to be. And then here, these 2 points, my thumb and the little black spots here at the bottom, as you can see it. Yeah, on the right side it looks like a H or an I, depends how you look at it, and the other side looks like a T, or if it's Chinese character you're looking at it, on the left one it could be Ren or people. So those are like a micro print or so-called hidden prints, which normally you find this a lot in the first series, 1948 and 1949 People's Bank of China's banknotes, the communist era banknotes, one of the very first series. They always have this kind of riddles, like hidden words or character inside the banknote, as a way to identify that this is a genuine or fake note, due to the technology they were using to print. So they use micro hidden characters or symbols to represent whether the note is genuine. So this is one of the part that this note were done here. Now, this note is considered, when they were inspect before for quality control, this note serves as deemed to be worthy for circulation. So this is a general note, which is I could consider it as the first variation A, 159A. Remember, there's A to nearly G. So each alphabet actually has a distinctively different for each of these notes. Okay, the rest onward, other than the A, the rest onwards are considered an error note, recognized error notes. But to be honest, anything that is missing here and there is considered a reject note or an error note. Now, what makes them an error? I have two examples which I've got. There, of course, as you can see, just as I presented just now, there are numerous of errors or numerous of rejected. Let's put it this way: they're not, say, technically errors. They're not technically, say, mistakes. It's just that it's been rejected, and when they're rejected, they will have those stems. One example is this one, which they have a stem, which they say it is a reject. This note is being rejected. Now, looking at this note closely, looks fine. Actually, this note looks really fine. The numbers are correct, serial numbers are right, there's no mismatch serial numbers. Now, the mismatch serial numbers, very blatant error. So the catalog, they recognize it, but it's very difficult to find if you found those for this collection variation where the numbers are different for all four sites. Very rare. Those are fetch much higher price, but I didn't have those error numbers, so again, it's much more difficult to find, so the price is much more higher. But this one, they actually considered it as a reject from general circulation, not to be circulated, so it's cancelled. This note is cancelled. It's already marched to final print. They already printed the signature of the name of the manager and the assistant general manager. They already put the seal on this side, so it actually became legal tender. But before they can use it to circulate out into the market, when they send it for general circulation for the public, the quality control, the QC, declared this note as not usable, okay, not worthy, and the quality is to be used in public. What causes it to define it that this is a defect of the notes? Well, actually, if you look closely, look at the serial number. Look at the serial number. They misplaced. Okay, the print has ran off. If you look at the original one, that is good for circulation, you can see the difference. It's supposed to be at the middle, center, left, and right. Okay, Now paper cut differently, slightly different, is okay. Normally general circulation will accept it, but looking at how the serial numbers are printed, is off the original position. So one side on the left one here is off to the top, and then the right one is a little bit slanted bottom, so it's actually slanting on the when the paper was fed into the print, and it's slanted there one side, and then two front, two side, and when it is printed on it, when it's stamped the serial number, it is off their original position, which is supposed to be like this. So it's totally offset. So that is one of the reason why this note is rejected. That's one rejected note. The other rejected note is this one. Now the different stem, I believe, if you got a square one, is a final circulation where they already printed out properly, everything is done, and then they went through a final inspection and declared this note is not legal tender for public use. Then they will stamp it in the square. While probably in still mass production, the note was already cut out. Then they realized this note has an error, so they use another type of stamp that considers as cancel. Different stages of cancel. Probably what it means, because I can't read it, I can't see what it's supposed to be, so I do not know whether this is during the production line it was cancelled. Compared to this one, probably this is after the production line, but before the prep for general circulation to the commercial bank. So then they cancel between that position. This is within the printing process. They cancel this note. It's declaring it as unfit to be used. No more. Now, what is the error in this note? Now, of course, you notice that the serial numbers are missing. The seal of the stem is missing, which I could not say that is the problem why they stamp it as cancel. It's much more serious problem, because normally when you print a banknote, you print the entire background first, which is the color shades difference first, and then the intaglio of the locomotive, of the currency, and the border will be another second layer, and then the third layer, the final one, is the stamp of approval of the general manager and the assistant general manager, and the serial number will always be the last. Okay, like this. This is what the went through final process. This is in between, or while it's in the manufacturing process of printing, they were cancelled. Now, why is it cancelled? At the back, they already printed the name in English, the Western Latin signature for the general manager and the assistant general manager. Serial number is missing, but there is one thing that is wrong. If you already spotted, congratulations, you win a great lottery there. I give you a congrats. The problem is that this note print quality is bad. That is why this note is unfit for use. You see that? This circle here. Now this circle is not I did it. I didn't put this circle on it. This circle is actually put by the manufacturer of this banknote. They saw the problem, they highlighted the problem, they just circle it and say that's the problem, so I reject this note, and they stamp it on both sides, reject or cancelled. So rather than going through the entire process or printing a further effort to a final note, it's just halfway of the note, they just cancel the note once and for all. Okay, so that's what it means. And I can compare it, the one that is issued, and compare the bottom one is cancelled. You will notice what is the difference. Let's go there. As you can see, there? Perfect intaglio print circles with the hidden symbol with the T or Ren, depends what you see, and you compare here. You see it? You see it? See a difference? This is smudged all across those important security feature. Okay, again, they highlighted this, means they spotted it because it's intentionally designed to be a security feature of the banknote, a hidden security feature or microprint. And they actually see that one up is missing, is being smudged, can't see anything. This note is not fit to be used. And that is one of the reasons why they rejected this note, highlighted it, and is rejected out from production. Now, as you know, the earlier one, there is from A variation to G variation. There's a lot of variations out there. Some are mismatch of serial number is different. Some is the color is different. Some is they're missing the signature print. A lot of mistakes during the production, and a lot of poor quality production. Now this is odd. A lot of times people ask why this note is particularly oddly so much of error. The percentage of chances of error notes for this is extremely high. Okay, for its time even. One of the biggest reasons is that a lot of our banknotes, we just don't print it. We have to have the skill, the technology to print a very secure paper print. We consider this as not a normal print. It's considered as a security print. Alright, I like to use the word security print because they're printing on using securities and defined on the paper. That's why you have companies that are reputable to print banknotes. Even till today, there are only a handful of banks. A handful of printers printing across the world. You think a lot that majority, let's say, if your notes is from Singapore, is vastly or majority are printed in Singapore soil. Actually, it's not. We contract someone else from another country to print the note and bring it back in to the country and then distribute to the world. So we have that system. So China at that time, they have Thomas de la Rouge, they have Banknote America, Canadian Banknotes, we have Obertur from Germany. There are many companies, but the most popular one today would be Thomas de la Rouge, which is the vast majority of the world's currencies being printed by Thomas de la Rouge. Okay, even in my own country, Malaysia, majority are printed by Thomas de la Rouge. Although we do print our own banknotes, but most of it, majority of that we are manufacture for currency is actually coins, rather than using precious metal. Especially gold coins and silver coins are purely manufactured in home country, while banknotes are actually printed in overseas. We actually extend contracts with them to print the banknotes and design the banknotes for us like a client, and then they manufacture it and then they bring it over to the country and then distribute it to the world. So what makes this note so much of error? Because this note specifically, okay, was in a rush. Number one, this note was in a rush to be printed out. Design, printing, and lack of material. It's 1941. Bear in mind this note is 1941. What happens in 1941 in the whole entire world? The world is on fire. It's at war. So the challenges of the note is being printed. Number one is the material. Number two is the time. Okay, there's insufficient time to print. If you reduce the time and you reduce the resources, you get poor quality notes in much more higher percentage. There's no control. The reason is this note is not printed even by the people who print banknotes like Thomas de la Rouge and so forth. Normally, a lot of the banks in China, even at that time, they will hire or contract overseas bankers, overseas printers to design and print the notes and bring it back to China for distribution. Most of it like very popular ones like America banknotes. The other one is Thomas de la Rouge, and Thomas de la Rouge is much more rarer than a Canadian banknote. So and America banknotes company. So Thomas de la Rouge, if you find anything that is printed by Thomas de la Rouge, they are very rare, extremely rare, and very difficult to find actually. So this one, on the other hand, due to the circumstances of the war, logistics was the biggest challenge at that time. This is actually printed, if you can see it in English, Ta Tong Book Company Limited. I repeat again, Ta Tong Book Company Limited. This is a company that manufacture or publish or print books, not currency, books, because they are the only one that have the capability of machinery to produce stamps like this on a paper. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why suddenly Bank of Communication they don't have the proper channel to bring in the notes due to war effort in United Kingdom, America, etc. So they have to rely on local domestic printers where they have no experience in printing banknotes with security edge. That is why they make those mistakes like the microprint, the smudge, the misalignment of the serial numbers, so making it really difficult to have a perfect score on their banknotes. It them to be make a lot of mistakes because the printer itself, they are professional printing books, not banknotes. So it is a challenge for them, and thus the result of not enough time, not enough material, not enough experience, thus resulting plenty of error notes appear in their time. So that hopefully answers the question of this note, why they have stamps and why do they have different stamps, and why did the stamp come in the first place, why there are so many types of stamps, why they are rejected. Hopefully that answers the question for this banknote, the 10 Yuan 1941 Bank of Communication during the People's Republic of China. Thank you very much. If you do like this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you left comments or any further information or correct my mistakes in my statement, do put it in the comments. If you would like to see future videos, do subscribe. Until then, thank you very much. I hope to see you real soon. Goodbye.